competition, ask for it. And if you live your life in a hurry, remember it goes on after you're buried. 'Cause years after 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 you're gone, this old world has to keep on. I had a dream. I'm falling through a hole in the ozone.
There's no Hispanic air. There's no African American air. There's white. There's air. And if you breathe air, and most people I know do breathe air, then that makes you part of the environment. And if you're concerned about that clean air, that air and it being clean, I would consider you an environmentalist. If you drink water, and most people I know drink water, and if you're concerned about what's in the water, I would consider you an environmentalist. And if you eat food, and most people I know eat food, and if you're concerned about what's in the food, I would consider you an environmentalist. If you answer 2 out of 3, I say you're an environmentalist. You just may not know it.
Stop blasting our homes!
Welcome to a special episode of the Vance Community Program. We're here with former Vance student Jarrod Carr and Nakisa Glover. Mr. Carr and Ms. Glover are with the League of Conservation Voters. And I was just wondering, we just saw a video where a man was talking about being an environmentalist. How can students at the high school and college level get involved with the environmental movement?
I would say it's definitely a lot easier than you would think. It first starts with just a little bit of research. You want to either research the topic you're concerned about, research what's going on, or honestly, you've been learning since you were about 5 years old what's going on. Start with the 3 R's, reduce, reuse, and recycle, and then you build from there. And so basically you find the way you want to get in there. It's definitely different avenues for you to help. Everything counts. Everything helps.
And then we're also here to let you know there are community organizations available that you can get involved with today. We're just one of many, and we're always looking for activists in the community and volunteers who just have a passion or who just care about our future.
And I know this is a basic question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Why should we care?
That's an important question. We should care. We all have a stake to play in this. And if we don't care, there are other people out there who are caring about their financial interests and are going to make decisions that impact those that don't care. And usually it impacts the poor, underrepresented, and minority communities the most.
Then once again, you can't really rely on people. If you don't do it, then who will? You don't want to wait and say, well, these people will get it. So it has to start somewhere. Why not start with yourself?
And are there ways that people can contact to get involved?
Absolutely. Again, we are the League of Conservation Voters, and you have a couple of different options that you can reach us on. If you are interested in volunteering, and we do have internships available as well, please email us at the email address below, which is ngloverlcv@gmail.com. Or you can choose to visit our website if you like a little bit more information about our organization, which is lcv.org. Or if you want to hear more about what we're doing in our local community, please visit our Facebook page, which is Climate Action NC.
Thank you both so much for your time. I know there are students here that are going to be involved and volunteer. Not only here, I'm sure you'll have a lot of success at the other schools as well. Please come back and see us, and we appreciate you.
No problem. Fee code.
Many were inspired by Love Canal.
all were battling to save their homes, their lives, their children.
We have workers in Geismar right now that's got chemicals in their blood. If they were fish, you would not be allowed to catch them and eat them.
100% of all of Houston's city-owned landfills were located in predominantly black neighborhoods. 100%, without deviation. 6 out of 8 of the city-owned incinerators were located in predominantly black neighborhoods.
African Americans primarily, but also Hispanics and other minorities and recent immigrants realized that they were bearing the brunt of environmental pollution in America because of their lack of political clout, and they decided they had to do something about it.
West Virginia, a lot of people don't even know there are black people in West Virginia, and this company, Union Carbide, found them. The only place in the country that manufactured methyl isocyanate, MIC, that same chemical that killed all those people in Bhopal, India, was in Institute, West Virginia, and Institute was 95% black and has always been 95% black. The largest hazardous waste landfill in the country is located in Sumter County in Emell, Alabama, 95% black. At the time that landfill was sited, you got a county that's 75% black, but there are no black people on the county commission. You say, how can that be? It's called apartheid, American style.
We will not allow Warren County to become a dump site.
It was not until Warren County, where that toxic waste landfill was placed in the middle of this predominantly black county, that began to galvanize people to talk about this whole idea of environmental racism.
The protesters were told not to block the trucks. They're now lying in the streets now, blocking one truck, moving into the landfill. They're refusing in order to move, and they are being arrested one by one.
I would like to live in peace, and I'll go to jail in peace.
This black community being dumped on, being targeted, and people saying, no, we have a right to live in a clean and healthy environment. That's when the whole idea of environmental justice as a national movement came into effect.
Why did they say, wait a minute, we can't allow them people to stay there, but they took the white out and allowed us to stay here?
I'm the one that's got to breathe that stuff at night. I'm the one that's going to be laying around here going, I wonder, can I get my breath?
I'm across the street, and I don't even hear a damn signal. By the time my family got up, the gas was all in our house.
Unfortunately, the mainstream environmental movement for too long did not realize how important this was and did not cooperate and partner with the environmental justice movement.
It was a point in time when the environmental groups didn't get it and the civil rights groups didn't get it. And it took 2 decades for those two movements, civil rights movement and environmental movement, to converge. Then we said, okay, environmental justice for all. It's about race and class. And if a community that is poor and it is powerless, if they're getting dumped on, then that is an environmental justice issue because it's about power or lack thereof. This is about human rights. The right to breathe clean air, drink clean water, eat food that's safe, and to live in a community that is nourishing and sustaining. These are basic human rights. And that's what we're fighting for.